Some people hear God's truth every day and still never see it. Jesus explains why. Hey everyone, I am so glad you are here today. Have you ever looked right at something but didn't actually see it? Maybe you were looking for your keys and they were right on the table in front of you. Well, Moses talked about a much bigger version of that. After leading the Israelites through the desert for 40 years, Moses looked at them and said something very surprising. He told them that even though they saw the giant miracles and the way God took care of them, the Lord had not yet given them a heart to understand, eyes to see, or ears to hear. Imagine seeing the Red Sea part, or eating bread that fell from the sky every morning, yet still not truly getting who God is. Moses was pointing out that seeing a miracle with your physical eyes is not the same as understanding it with your soul. The Israelites saw the power, but their hearts weren't connected to the message. It is a reminder that spiritual sight is a gift, not just something we do on our own. It takes more than just being there. It takes a heart that is ready to receive what God is showing us. As time went on, this same problem kept happening. Hundreds of years after Moses, the prophet Isaiah had a vision of God. God gave Isaiah a very tough job. He told Isaiah to go and preach to the people, but he warned them that the people would keep on listening but not perceive. They would keep on looking but not understand. It sounds almost like a riddle, doesn't it? Later, the prophet Ezekiel said the exact same thing. He described a rebellious house of people who had eyes to see but did not see, and ears to hear but did not hear. Why would God say this? It wasn't because the people were blind or deaf in a physical way. It was because their hearts had become stubborn and hard, like a dirt path that has been stepped on so many times it turns into concrete. When our hearts are hard, the truth just bounces right off of us. The prophets were trying to wake the people up. They wanted them to realize that they were missing out on the most important things in life because they were only focusing on the surface instead of looking deeper with their spirits. Fast forward when Jesus was teaching. He often told stories called parables. One day, after telling the story of the sower and the seeds, his disciples asked him why he spoke in these puzzles. Jesus quoted that same prophecy from Isaiah. He explained that spiritual truth is actually hidden from those with hardened hearts. To the people who just wanted a show or a political leader, the parables just sounded like simple stories about farming. But to those who really loved God and wanted to learn, the stories were full of life-changing secrets. Then Jesus looked at his disciples and said something beautiful. "But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear." He was telling them that they were receiving a special gift. They weren't just seeing a man named Jesus, they were seeing the Savior of the world. Jesus stood among them and opened their minds. He showed them that when you approach God with a soft heart, the world starts to look totally different and full of meaning.
Now, you might be wondering, why would God hide the truth? It might seem unfair at first, but think about it like this. If you throw a seed onto a hard sidewalk, the birds will just eat it, or the sun will dry it up. The seed can't grow there. God hides spiritual truth, not to keep us out, but because the truth is precious. It requires a certain kind of soil to grow. That soil is a humble and open heart. If someone is proud or doesn't care about God, the truth wouldn't help them anyway. They would just ignore it or misuse it. In our modern world, we are surrounded by so much noise. We have phones, computers, and busy schedules that can make our hearts hard and distracted. We might look at the beauty of nature or read a Bible verse and feel nothing. That is a sign that our spiritual eyes are closed. It's not that the truth has disappeared, it's that we have stopped being able to perceive it because we are too focused on ourselves or our own plans. We need to realize that seeing the truth is a relationship, not just a fact we learn. So, what can we do if we feel like we aren't seeing things clearly? The good news is that we can ask for help. We can't force ourselves to have spiritual sight, but we can ask the one who gives it. We can pray and say, "Lord, please soften my heart. Give me eyes that see and ears that hear." It also helps to slow down. When we spend time in quiet, away from the screens and the noise, we give our hearts a chance to breathe. We can look at the life of Jesus, who walked the dusty roads of Israel, and see how he cared for people. When we start to act with love and humility, our hearts naturally become softer. It's like clearing the rocks out of a garden so the plants can finally grow. When we stop trying to be the boss of everything and instead listen for God's voice, the things that used to be confusing start to make sense. We begin to see God's hand in our lives, in the people around us, and even in our struggles. It's a journey of learning to trust Him more than ourselves. What does all this mean for us today? It means that there is a whole world of spiritual reality waiting for us to discover it. When Jesus said, "Blessed are your eyes," He wasn't just talking to people 2,000 years ago. He was talking to anyone who chooses to follow Him today. Having eyes to see means you can see hope where others see despair. You can see a chance to forgive when others only want to be angry. You can see the value in every person you meet, regardless of who they are, because you see them the way God does. Living with open eyes and ears changes how you spend your time and how you treat your family and friends. It turns a boring day into an adventure with God. Today, take a moment to look around. Ask yourself, am I really seeing? Am I really listening? Don't be discouraged if your heart feels a little hard sometimes. Just keep coming back to the stories of Jesus. Keep asking for that gift of understanding. Because when you finally see the truth, it is the most beautiful thing in the world, and it will set you free in ways you never imagined. Thanks for joining me on this journey. Share a moment when God opened your eyes to something you couldn't see before. Your comment might be the encouragement someone else needs.
We love bringing you new content. If you've enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons.